Heads along into its allotted gate. The field stands. The Peters Investments handicap, and they're away and they're racing, wasting no time. Blazing Emerald got out of the gates like a shot. Also into stride very quickly, Stylish Lord. Coming across is our Rocky Bay. They're flying along, going up onto the far turn into the back straight. Catch These Hands inside, Correct Choice. Around them, going forward above the peg. Here for Check settled further back in the field with Macchiato next to last, back with Bellini Miss. At the 1200 mark, they start the run out to the riverside, and Stevie Parnham kicked through with Stylish Lord to hold the front. Leads by a length our Rocky Bay. Over on the outside at the 1000 above the peg. Stranded 3 deep. Back on the rails then Blazing Emerald fourth, a length away. Correct Choice the middle. Here for Checks is tracking 3 wide. Back behind those getting shuffled back on the rail. Catch These Hands in front of Macchiato. And near the tail end of the field is Bellini Miss. They've got 700 left to run. And the pilot Stylish Lord by 3/4 to a length. Running second our Rocky Bay. Covering additional ground above the peg, running third. Back on the inside, Blazing Emerald now as they quicken up. Now they're sprinting coming into the home turn. In the middle, Correct Choice around them. 4 wide here for Checks. The last trio held up behind them on the rails. Catch These Hands. In the middle, Macchiato and Bellini Miss. They fan for home. Stylish Lord kicks a length and a half. Our Rocky Bay getting right up on the inside is Blazing Emerald with 200 left to go. And then Correct Choice, Stylish Lord the leader. Now Blazing Emerald comes around its heels to lay down the gauntlet. Blazing Emerald and Stylish Lord, but Blazing Emerald now draws a neck in front. Blazing Emerald beats Stylish Lord, our Rocky Bay, and Catch These Hands, who dive for third. Over Correct Choice, Macchiato here for Checks is next home, followed further back by Bellini Miss, and above the peg had pulled up to run a clear last. Willie Pike does it here. Blazing Emerald tracked up on the fence, followed Stylish Lord until he decided to come out around heels and take the pacemaker. Blazing Emerald winning for the 3rd time in its last 5 starts, and 4 from 18 in splendid form. 7, the Sessions mare. Blazing Emerald for trainer Dan Morton and Oakland Park defeats Stylish Lord. Stephen Parnham for Russell Stewart, our Rocky Bay, 3rd home. And Catch These Hands might have just snatched 4th in front of Correct Choice. But Blazing Emerald certainly found plenty of friends. 440 into 350 before eventually easing back to 390, defeating 5 Stylish Lord by Playing God, and 3rd our Rocky Bay by Awesome Rock in front of Catch These Hands. 7, 5, 3 and 8 they are, and it's a half a length by 1 in 1:36.17. They clocked the last 600 in 35.05. But Blazing Emerald, Pike certainly had the mare in a commanding spot. Got the lovely drift up on the rails, and then when he was able to extricate out off the fence from behind Stylish Lord, he did it very quickly and didn't lose any momentum in doing so. And Blazing Emerald went straight past Stylish Lord, going home to record a sharp performance here in race 7. The 8th today, the Bellis Racing Joiner Racing Syndicate handicap, back to the 1,000 metres at 4:20, and no changes, and a good race coming up. The return of All Play to Roper, and also for the first time since February, we see Golden Vale back in action as well. Let's go down to Lockie Taylor. He joins us in the yard. A typical Pike ride here on Blazing Emerald. Won the battle, well, first out of the gates, surrendered, sat behind Stylish Lord, who won the battle for the lead, and got the lovely toe ball into the race and then off its heels, and the rest was history as Dan Morton comes in and probably would agree with the summation of Blazing Emerald's ride there by Pike.
Absolutely, Darren. We'll start there. Blazing Emerald, Dan, led last start, but today Willie Pike summed up the situation nicely. He took the trail, needed a little bit of luck, but he got that luck, and the filly did the rest.
Yeah, he was keen to take us it today. He said he just got a little bit pestered leading their last start, so obviously in running it worked out well, and we just needed the out, and luckily got it in time.
How are you feeling at the top of the straight? They didn't look like they went overly hard. Were you always confident that the one that he was following was going to give a big enough kick to allow Willie to get out?
I think importantly, it gave a good kick coming into the straight, and just probably gave us enough space. I thought Willie was going to go inside it there for a minute, but yeah, luckily got a bit of space outside heels.
Talk us through this mare's progression this time in. Seemingly, she's improved 3, 4, maybe even 5 lengths this time in.
She's been in for a long time too. She's been in the system since October, so she's done a great job. You know, I'll probably give her a little let up at some point, but I think maybe even next Saturday there's another 1800 that looks like it's a nice race for her. So we'll see how she comes through, but while she's getting checked, she'll probably keep going.
Throughout the winter as well, we all know here in the West that the session stock love getting their toe into the ground, so this might not be the end of her at this stage.
No, that's, well, you know, like I say, at some stage we'll give her a little let up down at the farm, but she's doing a great job, yeah, and hopefully there's a few more in store.
I know it's only been a few hours since Perfect Sister's debut win, but all the signs suggesting that she'll back up into a Karrakatta?
We'll give her that opportunity. That was sort of our way of thinking, you know, going into today instead of Wednesday to get us enough prize money if she's good enough. So I think she's got the right demeanour to pull it off, so we'll see how we go.
A nice 24 hours for the team. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Dan Morton and here's Willie Pike.
Willie Pike's joining us now, fresh off the scales. Willie, this mare looks like she's going from strength to strength.
Yeah, she's doing a good job. I really like this type of horse. You know, if I do my job and Dan does his, she gives us results. So just good, lovely, honest horse. As I said, if we all do a good job, she gives us a good result.
You put her in a nice spot. It looks like Stevie's had a nice, genuine tempo too in front of you.
Yeah, it was nice and smooth. Obviously, a good rider finding the front. The race is always a lot smoother. I was humming and harring whether to go in or out, zig or zag, but I think either way, she did a good job. She had that nice kick on her and got me out of trouble.
The result says you made the right call, and we just watched the head-on too, and it looked like there was that probably only marginal to the inside.
Yeah, well, I sort of was trying to relive my apprenticeship days, and I thought, oh, I'm older and smarter than that. There's more room on the outside, so we went for that.
Congratulations, well done.
Thanks.
There's Willie Pike. He's a man in form. He combines with Dan Morton and Blazing Emerald to take out the Peters Investments Handicap. We'll take a short break, and on the other side, we'll be back for the Swan Draft Dongra Cup on Racing WA TV.